So let's talk about the responsibility of a software architect. One of the questions I often asked is, what is the difference between a senior developer and an architect? After all, in a lot of companies, mainly small ones, there is not a function of an architect, just a team leader. Why do we need an architect at all? The short answer is this. Developer knows what can be done. Architect knows what should be done. A senior developer knows the technology very well. He knows what is the best way to implement loops, how to perform I/O operations efficiently, what libraries to use to access a database, and so on. A software architect is also quite familiar with the technology and platform, although not as much as a developer. But his main goal is to make sure the software design implements the requirements of the system. He is less interested in the implementation details of the system. This is a developer's job. The architect looks at the macro level and fuses the technology with the requirements. We'll talk a lot about requirements later in this course, but let's lay the foundations for the requirements of almost any system. And these are fast, secure, reliable, easy to maintain. In almost every system I've been involved, this list was the holy grail of the architecture. This is what the architecture was made for, to make the system fast, secure, reliable, and easy to maintain. Of course, every system has its own definition of those items. Fast in a real-time application working with satellite telemetry is not the same fast of a traditional information system geared towards end users. Likewise, reliability of a mission-critical application, which must have an uptime of 99.99%, is not the same as reliability of a chat application of a support system, which should be available only during normal working hours. But still, this list is usually the defining list of every architecture. Now, it's important to note that this list has nothing to do with technology, architectural patterns, or platforms. You don't see here, use a microservices-based architecture, or use Java, or don't use relational database. That's because a good architect knows that technology, patterns, and all the other buzzwords are just means to the end result. The technology should serve the requirements and not the other way around. So to summarize, a software architect is someone who designs the system to be fast, secure, reliable, and easy to maintain, and selects the optimal technology, platforms, and patterns to achieve these goals.